What if I told you that you can get up to 6 times your FPS in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 without upgrading your GPU? I mean, yes, even if you're not on a 40 or 50 series card. So in this video, I'll show you how multi-frame generation works for all GPUs, how to set it up, and the exact settings to get smooth performance on a 2D monitor. I mean, this is not for VR, guys, this is only for 2D. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, this channel is all about getting the most out of Microsoft Flight Simulator, especially in terms of performance, realism and immersion. So today we're diving into, well, one of the things that is talked about a lot in the community, and that is frame generation. Now, normally I fly in VR, so we don't use frame generation in VR, but when you fly in 2D mode, well, frame generation is there and it's there to stay. But if you're not on a 50 series GPU or 40 or 50 series GPU, you cannot access the multi-frame generation. We're gonna dive into it and I'll break it down in simple terms. And I'll just show you the results. So you can see them already here on top. I'm having 234 FPS, 240 with 6 times frame generation. And it's very easy to set up. Just a few files to copy and then you are good to go. Alright, let's jump into it. Alright, so many of you know we already had the AMD FSR 3 frame generation for a long time now. And here is the none, but now, because this goes only up to 2 times, but now I do have the Nvidia DLSS, and this one goes from 2 times to 3 times to 4 times. And with a little tweak, we can go up to 6 times, but not from this menu. So we're gonna leave it here on Nvidia DLSS 2 times. But you don't have that yet. You're still on this one. All right. Now, let's go back in here. So how do we get it? Well, for that, we need to go to Nexus Mods and download the DLSS Enabler. Let me reduce the sound of the sim a little bit. It's a little bit loud in the background. There's an aircraft passing by. There he is. Look at that. Let's say intentions, guys. GA traffic. And it's amazing. Alright, so we have to download the DLSS Enabler. If you didn't see it going, there it is. Sorry. We need to download the DLSS Enabler. And I'll leave the link to Nexus Mods in the description of the video. Okay? This one will give you up to 4 times DLSS frame gen. And a lot more. So if you go to the pictures, if you see the GPUs, the GTX 8, 9, 10, 16, the RTX 2030, the RTX 40, RTX 50, AMD, Intel Arc and Snapdragon. Now, there are a lot of pictures here, but we won't go through all of them because we're gonna see it for ourselves. Now you scroll down here and you will see the first one, DLSS Enabler 4.6.0 stable version. That was uploaded on April the 15th. I downloaded just yesterday, or multiple times, but I've been playing it around with these settings. Now, if I open this one, you will see it's an all-in-one package for all GPUs. Signed DLL works with Nvidia, AMD, and Intel. No additional files or DLSS enable free is required. So it's only one file. It's a simple installation. You just download the file. You unzip it. And then you put it in your Microsoft Flight Simulator or your game install folder where the exe file is placed. All right. So to do that, we just click on a manual download, and it will download, and then we're going to unzip it. Right. So now you have the zip file, the DLSS Enabler 4.6.0. We want to unzip it, and you will get this file DLSS. All right. We're going to open the unzipped version, and we'll see here that it's only one DLL file. It's called version.dll. Now we want to rename this one to dxgi.dll. This file we're now gonna copy into the Microsoft Flight Simulator content folder. That's where your game launcher and Flight Simulator 2024 exe file is. And we're gonna paste it in here. I already did it. So here you see dxgi.dll. Now the DLSS enabler will only allow you up to 4 times frame generation. In order to go up to 6 times frame generation, we need to upgrade the Streamline DLL files up to version 2.11. Link is in the description below the video. Just click on it. It will download directly from the Nvidia page. And you will get a folder or a zip file that's called 1bo_.zip. Unzip it, and you will get this folder, and you will see here 10 files. We only need the DLLL files. So it's 9 of them. Those 9 we need to copy and go to your content folder for Flight Simulator 2024, and you can paste them in here. And you will see I already did it, and I've got all these folders or files in here. Then this will allow you to go up to 6 times frame generation. Now there's one more thing that we need to do before we start up the sim. And because if you are on a 30 series card, we need to enable the frame generation in the Nvidia Profile Inspector. So if you download the latest Nvidia Profile Inspector, link will also below in the video. So we're going to Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. We're going to scroll down here. So here you get the preset, of course. So what we have to do is DLSS multi-frame generation, dynamic frame generation count. It's not a fixed one, but this one, and it will say up to 6. Change it and apply changes. Don't use this one, otherwise you won't be able to change the setting. But change it up to 6. That's it. Hit apply and close. And then start up the sim. Okay, so now everything is installed. We have to go to our settings page, and here we go. Settings, general, TAA mode. You see here there's AMD FSR 3. That's the old one. But now we're gonna choose Nvidia DLSS. Keep it on 2 times. You can go in the sim all the way up to 4 times, but we'll keep it on 2 times. Okay, and then save and back, and we come back in here. Now this is with 2 times. See, it's still pretty smooth, but first we're gonna work with the graphics settings for the DLSS enabler. To do that, we're gonna hit the tilde key, which is above the left hand tab key, and that will open up your graphics settings. Now down here we're gonna open the status bar. So you will see here now your FPS, your base FPS, and this is the frame generation. So it's 2 times to go all the way up to 6 times, and also a auto setting. Now to manually set it, We can go here to 3 times. Now it's getting 171. All the way up to 4 times. 210. All the way up to 5 times. Now it's 236. And all the way up to 6 times. And that is 266. Now if I hit here and hit the tilde key again. Now I'm on a 6-time frame generation. And it looks really, really smooth. Now, to turn this one off, we can also select dynamic frame generation. Now, I've set the target FPS to 166. 165 is my monitor, and a G-Sync monitor. So now I'm on auto, and you will see that it automatically choose 2, sometimes 3, to adjust for what is needed. But it's more jumpy like this. But you can use these settings. Now, all right, let's turn off dynamic frame generation. Let's go to 4 times in here, which really looks amazing. There's another setting that we have, and that is here, and that's the OptiScaler, because it's using OptiScaler to get this. Now, we're not using DLSS because we are on TAA mode. Okay, so close this one out. Going back in here, and now we're going to Nvidia DLSS quality. Save and back, resume, or any DLSS mode that you want. So we're still on the manual upscaler to 4 times. This is DLSS quality. Now, if I hit the insert key now, I get much more information for the OptiScaler. And we can also get here an FPS overlay on the top right corner. So you can have all your information in there. And you see we're going from quality, it's 1280 to 70 to 1920, factor 1.5. You can see all the presets, but we're not going to use that. Okay, so this is DLSS Enabler with OptiScaler. And you can see it's pretty smooth. Sometimes you get a little bit of artifacts because, well, these cards, the 30 series cards, are not made for upscaling frame generation up to 4 times. But hey, you can do it. So let me know in a comment, are you going to use it or not? What are you using? What video card are you using? Is it something you want to do? Now, keep in mind, this will not work in VR. So don't use this for VR because it's not gonna give you any frame generation in VR. If you want to fly in VR, just disable everything in here, keep it on 2 times, and that's it. And then jump into VR. Otherwise, you're gonna lose some frames because it's working in the background. Yeah, so you want to keep all your performance on your GPU working for your VR experience, giving all the frames to your VR headset and not to the 2D mode. This is only for monitor, okay? So if you want to use it, and the simplest thing is enable it in here or use the manual down here, hit the tilde key again, and you're good to go. Now, some expectations versus reality. And yes, it looks smoother. And yes, your FPS counter is really going up. Look at this, 246 FPS, sometimes 250. But your input latency can increase. And fast camera movements, well, they can look weird sometimes. Now I'm flying in TAA, so I don't have the blurry glass cockpit displays that you get with DLSS. So that's really important. So, and when you need the lowest latency, it's on final approach, or when you're flying low level, or taxiing at busy airports. So don't think this is just free FPS. Think of it as a visual smoothing with trade-offs. And if you're willing to pay these trade-offs, you get a really smooth flying experience. Even on a 30 series card. I'm on a 3080, guys. And this is amazing. Alright, here's the question. Should you use it? Well, an honest answer. If you're flying in 2D on a monitor and you want smoother visuals, yeah man, absolutely try it. But if you care about precision flying, the lowest latency, well then maybe it's not your thing. But you can always try it out. It's not a tool, it's not a tool, well it is a tool, but it's not a miracle. Alright guys, that was it. Well, let me know in a comment below the video. Are you gonna use it or not? Do you like frame generation? What's your video card? Because if you're on a 30 series or a 20 series video card, this is something you might like, especially if you're flying in 2D and occasionally in VR or vice versa. Anyhow, that was it for this video. Feel free to like and subscribe to the channel. I'm Mike, flightsim, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye for now, and take care.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.